that I could just keep using over and over. And I still use it, packing things back and forth when you have to come so often. It's like, you can't really afford to eat out all the time, so you can load your things up for the refrigerator and just put them all in there and zip it up, and it's like it stays cold the whole day, so it's great. Even everything down to the laundry detergent, because we're 2 hours away from here. So when we were brought in by ambulance, we didn't have anything. So when my husband packed our things, he didn't think of like laundry detergent and all that. Who thinks of that? He's just in a rush and in a panic. And so, all those things really helped out, during the time of need. Food, financially, the card. My husband even had lost his job a month after she was diagnosed. That was scary, so not having to worry about, things like meals or just here and there stuff. It was really helpful.
Absolutely.
Really helpful.
And that's our goal. It's so fabulous to hear that feedback, because this is how it's developed for sure. You're a mom. You're not leaving your child in the room.
Not for a second. Not even to go to Walmart. No.
Right.
No.
So, and there's a lot of, single moms or whatever that can't send somebody out to get
exactly.
to the
Yeah, and us being 2 hours away, I felt like that single mom. I'm used to being in a small community, and my family is around, my husband's family. We're together, but here we were so disconnected. So I relied on things that came into the hospital like that. That was amazing, to have one less thing to worry about. On top of a million things you've got to worry about, that wasn't one of them, so it was nice. Very nice.
And can you tell us just a little bit about your specific situation, your daughter? Again, that wasn't on camera.
Yes, my daughter was diagnosed with ALL leukemia when she was about 17 months old. And we were life-flighted to Christus Children's Hospital, and they were amazing. We were cancer-free, and she had a 3.5-year treatment, and we were done. So we lived life away from the hospital for a short while. We thought we were done, but there were other plans for us. So she relapsed back in July of 2016. And she's now 8 years old, so she's going through it a second time again, and we are back at the hospital. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here.
That's awesome. Now, you said she's 8. Does she at all get to enjoy like the playroom at all? And the reason I'm asking is that was something we funded.
Oh goodness, yes.
If you could talk about that for a second, that would be awesome. Try to start talking in between.
Yes, she enjoyed the playroom. I don't know how we would have survived without the playroom. Let's just say that, because we've had such long stays. You can't keep her locked up in a room. She's an 8-year-old and she wants to go. So being able to go to the playroom was something that she found joy in. In fact, like on our trips that we're not staying here, which like we're staying today at the Ronald McDonald House, and she's just kind of a little bummed about that because she wants to play in the playroom on the 8th floor. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You want to stay in the hospital for the playroom? So, she enjoys that. That's one thing that she enjoys, with the hospital, is playing in that playroom. There's so much to do in there. Even movies, just renting movies out of the playroom, and there's so much going on in there to keep them occupied.
Now, you mentioned the Ronald McDonald House. You're also involved.
Oh, goodness.
We just sponsored the new dining room.
I have yet to see that just yet.
Talk briefly about your experience with Ronald McDonald.
We have a lot of experience with the Ronald McDonald House, just like the Children's Hospital. Her first day, we stayed there actually for about 2 or 3 months there so that we could commute back and forth to the hospital. As we were in the hospital for about 3 or 4 months this last time, my husband and daughter were able to come up and be with us. And that makes me emotional. I'm sorry, just because, we're 2 hours away and I didn't see my little one for about 2 or 3 weeks at a time, just focusing on the one that needed me. So to be able to just, have her and him come and stay and, be with us. It felt like we were together. It was just such a hard time. So yeah, the Ronald McDonald House has just been such a privilege, just to be a part of. Even now, it would be impossible for me to drive 2 hours home and back every day to have transfusions. So for us to just have a spot there, it's very helpful. They've helped us so much.
It's such a cool place.
So yeah, thank you guys for everything. That's
our pleasure, and
obviously been big parts of our journey.
Well, when we heard they were actually building it in a hospital, I don't know if you know that it is the only one in the nation that's in the hospital.
Oh wow!
So that we were like, oh, we definitely want to sponsor something there because that's more convenient that it's right there.
Yes, definitely.
Let me see. I think, gosh, you did so awesome. So awesome. Let me see if there's anything else I want to ask you specifically about.
So basically, there's nothing basic about it. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
But I can relate in a way because when my son was very, very young, we had a traumatic experience where we spent lots of time going to the hospital and just, I can't imagine what it would be like being from out of town and being in a strange place. Do you think that a lot of times for you, it comes down to being just the small things that make huge differences?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I guess would be small for someone. Like I noticed we were one of the only families that were from out of town. So many families are from San Antonio, and they would bring in like food and from the kitchen, and I would smell it and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what I would give to cook in my kitchen, a real meal, and like they could just go home and wash their clothes or just, do stuff like that. We couldn't do that. It was, it was an eternity before I got a real, meal compared to, it's small things, definitely. Like just being able to just have it brought to you, that's different. That's very different.
Absolutely. You did awesome.
Thank
honestly, you're amazing.
Can you really quick for me say your name, your full name, and then give me the spelling?
Skye Garza, Skye, last name Garza.
And your daughter?
Ariana Garza, Aryana.
And she's 8.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think she might